today to create a black soldier fly bin. So basically we're going to be using these materials here in order to do this project, and Molly will be assisting me later on, but for now I thought I'd itemize the things that we're going to need for this project. So we'll start off here. What we're going to need is wire mesh here, and a drill, saw, a cutter, a drill bit, some PVC elbows, a wire cutter. So in this case, there's different tools out there obviously that you could use to compensate for the things that you need to do these things, but this is what we had available at this point. So we'll make do of these items, and then hopefully our project is successful today. So the next item as well, basically what we'll need is some sort of tool to mix the cement. So in this case, what we had is this garden shovel. So we'll make do with this one, and then we'll need some cement, and then the actual garbage bin here. We're actually going to be doing this project because one of the reasons is black soldier flies are really good as an organic feed for livestock. In this case, we actually have chickens on our property right now, and again, going back to growing organic things and whatnot, this is part of the things that we're going to be doing. So let's start off.
So we also have some additional items here. This is a piece of plywood that we're gonna use to mix the cement. So we also have here a container made from mineral bottled water and sand. So I also have here some foldable chair para lang easier yung pag-mix. Tara!
Molly's actually gonna just gonna untie the screen here, but the shape of the screen itself has to be sort of a triangle, and as you guys notice, it is square shape. The goal is to get the screen triangle shape so that it creates a ramp inside the bin here. So we're gonna basically cut this. There is a faster way of cutting this, but in this case, like I said, we only have regular wire cutters here that we're using. So it's a bit of a tedious task, but we'll get there. It takes a bit of time. Alright, so if you guys notice, triangle shape, and we're good to use this. We're just gonna sort of roll it back just to make it nice and even, and hopefully shape itself easier once we put it inside the bucket. So just to show you how it's gonna look like once it's inside the bin, you're basically gonna take this and sort of line the inside so that it sits around like this. You don't necessarily need this, but this will actually help reinforce the concrete once we actually start layering the inside of the bucket here. So right now, if you notice, there is excess here. So now that I see that, I'm gonna take a bit of a quick measure here and then trim the excess here, just enough so that the ramp, once the ramp is created, the the black soldier fly larvae is able to go across here. So right now it looks like approximate length will be around here. So I'll go ahead and start. I'll go ahead and start this off. Just to sort of mark it. And then we'll do more cutting. So Molly just mentioned a good idea. Instead of cutting it, we're just gonna simply fold it, and the excess is basically just gonna add extra reinforcement when we put concrete on inside the bucket there. There we go. So yeah, this should be enough, and should be perfect to start mixing some concrete. And then oh, actually before we do that, in terms of the bucket, what we'll want is basically use these two PVCs. One will actually stay outside and the other one inside. And what's going to happen is this will serve as the actual exit hole for the larvae to fall outside, so we could start harvesting them. So we'll make one hole from this side and then hopefully join these two PVCs together. We're just going to gauge a place where we could actually put the hole, and then I think in this case I think this is a good location here. Alright, so I went ahead and marked the spot where I'm going to start drilling, and I'm basically going to use this drill bit, and yeah, we'll go from start here. This is how it looks like. There's a couple of holes on top now, and this is for ventilation purpose and hopefully allow the black soldier's flies to come in and out of the bucket. So I went ahead and put a mask here because I'm basically going to start mixing some concrete, and I'm just going to quickly show you guys the progress here. And this is how it looks like. The PVC has been installed here, and the wire mesh has been laid here. So that's how it's going to be. And what's going to happen is once I have concrete ready, I'm going to start layering it here. We didn't mention this shovel here, but in this case, this is the first time I'm mixing actual concrete here in the Philippines, and from what I've been told is ratio is 3 parts sand, one part cement, and that's what I've done here. So I gotta mix the whole thing first, and then start pouring some water. So bigger shovel's better. So if you guys have one, feel free to use yours. now that we got the cement ready, we're just gonna start placing it in the bucket. So the goal is to create a ramp that will travel from the bottom to the top here, so that way the larvae can actually crawl from wherever they are inside the bin towards the outside, which is there. So we had to postpone our DIY black soldier fly bin the other day because of rain and all that. So we're here today to continue it. But if you look right here, we're halfway done here, and then we're going to do this part today, and that will most likely conclude our project. One thing that I did forget to mention earlier is to put some drainage holes at the bottom here, which I'll actually do. I'm going to actually put 4 holes here just to make sure that there's no water that accumulates inside the bin once we start introducing organic matter inside it. And mix the cement and finish this up. Just to be clear, guys, I'm not a professional construction worker. I'm not a professional mason. This is all DIY. So if I'm doing anything wrong, feel free to correct me. But this is as best as I can do here. I also have I'm also getting pretty good help from our friend here, Dominic. So yeah, if you have a pair of second hand, it's always good to do this project in pairs, so that way you could basically help the mixing and laying the cement inside the bin here. Yeah, so we're actually done. I'm all sweaty because the weather here is just ridiculously hot. Even although it's rainy season, it's still it's sunny today and it's really hot. But if you look in here, the bin's ready, and I believe I'm not missing anything in terms of how these types of bins are usually set up. But yeah, so the idea is to get this sort of ramp going here, and the black soldier flies, once they start their larvae starts growing, they'll start climbing up here. Now they'll make their way up to this hole where we're gonna be able to harvest them. So the only thing remaining right now is to dry to dry the cement in here. Once it's dried, I'm going to be putting some organic waste inside. If you have aged organic waste, the better, just so that it basically helps attract those black soldier flies quicker. For today, we'll end our vlog. For those of you guys who haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so, and make sure to click that notification bell. I do apologize for the roosters in the background, but we're in the province, so that's part of our background noise. So until next time, goodbye.